Hello, welcome to our program. You're watching One TV News Bulletin in English at 5. I'm Yanni Moutsios. These are today's top stories. Turkey's Minister of Foreign Affairs Moutsios questions once again Greece's sovereignty over its islands and raise an issue of demilitarization. EU leaders reached a political compromise to ban seaborne imports of Russian oil by the end of the year, but not a full embargo on Russian oil. Iran urges Greece to cooperate to resolve the crisis over the seizure of ships without involving the United States. Man 37, armed with a shotgun, appeared in shock state at the unknown soldier memorial and threatened to open fire late Monday morning. Turkey's Minister of Foreign Affairs Moutsios questions once again Greece's sovereignty over the islands and raised an issue of demilitarization. In addition, he said that Turkey is terminating all processes concerning the Supreme Cooperation Council of Greece and Turkey. Moutsios accused Greece of violating the status of the Eastern Aegean Islands, calling on Athens to demilitarize islands, otherwise sovereignty debate will begin. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Turkey referred to Kyriakos Mitsotakis' remarks as hostile, displaying an inconsistent stance for dialogue efforts by Greece. Islands were granted to Greece by Turkey according to the Lausanne Treaty, whereas the rest of the islands were also given to Greece in 1947, as the Paris Treaty demanded, Moutsios said. In both treaties, there is a common condition that Greece will not militarize the islands, Turkey's Minister of Foreign Affairs said. Yanni, Greek government spokesperson, marked Moutsios' comments as unacceptable and without historical base. Economou said that Greece deals directly with the unacceptable remarks on all levels by raising the issue both among allies and in bilateral relations. We shall not step back in our sovereignty and its safeguarding. All Turkish remarks reflect the multiple issues Erdogan is facing in his country's interior, his anxiety and his dissatisfaction due to the multiple successes Prime Minister Mitsotakis achieved in the international scene, government spokesperson said. Prime Minister Mitsotakis raised the issue of Turkey's provocative behavior to the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. According to the diplomatic sources, Mitsotakis showed maps of the Turkish Blue Land to the German Chancellor, along with the illegal claims over Greek territory. Coming up next, Iran urges Greece to cooperate to resolve the crisis over the seizure of ships without involving the United States. EU leaders on Monday reached a political compromise to ban seaborne imports of Russian oil by the end of the year. However, a full embargo on Russian oil was not agreed. The partial embargo will include oil and petroleum products, but will crucially allow a temporary exemption for crude delivered by pipeline. This immediately covers more than two-thirds of the oil imports from Russia, cutting a huge source of financing for its war machine. Maximum pressure on Russia to end the war, European Council President Charles Michel said. European Union ambassadors are expected to take the legal decision on Wednesday to approve the oil embargo and the sixth Russia sanctions package, Michel told reporters after Monday's talks. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said the move will effectively cut around 90% of oil imports from Russia to the European Union by the end of the year, as Germany and Poland had committed to renouncing deliveries via pipeline to their territory. Since the start of Russia's war on Ukraine, the EU has sent a total of 56.5 billion euros to Russia in return for fossil fuel supplies, with payments for oil reaching almost 30 billion euros being accounted for in crude oil supplies, money being used to fund Moscow's invasion. Nevertheless, the agreement falls short of the initial proposal by the European Commission, which envisioned banning on oil imports. This was not agreed on due to fierce opposition from several EU countries, which heavily rely on supplies of Russian oil via pipelines. European Union leaders did not agree on how long any exemptions of oil supplied via pipeline would last, with the final summit communique stating they would revert to the issue of the temporary exemption for crude oil delivered by pipeline as soon as possible. Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban had told reporters arriving at the summit in Brussels that he would also seek guarantees that it could purchase oil by sea if Russian oil shipments stopped coming via the Druzhba pipeline, the country's main source of crude imports. Shortly before the announcement, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had called the EU too soft on Moscow when it appeared leaders would not reach an agreement on the oil ban. Why are you dependent on Russia, on their pressure, and not vice versa? Russia must be dependent on you. Why can Russia still earn almost €1 billion a day by selling energy? Zelensky asked EU leaders during his virtual address. More to come. Man 37, armed with a shotgun, appeared in shock state at the unknown soldier memorial and threatened to open fire late Monday morning. Iran urged Greece on Tuesday to cooperate to resolve a crisis over the seizure of ships without involving the United States, after Iranian forces seized 2 Greek tankers in the Gulf following the seizure of an Iranian vessel off Greece. Tehran seized the Greek ships on Friday after Athens impounded the Iranian-flagged Pegasus in April. The United States, which has imposed a tough sanctions regime on Iran, confiscated the Iranian oil cargo that was on the Pegasus. United States and Greek diplomats have called on Iran to immediately release the Greek tankers, their cargoes and their crews. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Washington backed its NATO ally Greece in the face of this unjustified seizure. Mr. Blinken has to realize that the era when the U.S. single-handedly imposed its rules on the world has come to an end, Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Saeed Khatibzadeh said, calling Washington the biggest disruptor of free trade in the world. Unfortunately, the Greek government demonstrated that taking orders from a third party is more important to them, but we believe relations between Iran and Greece should remain well-intentioned, he told reporters in Tehran. I suggest the Greek government take the legal and judicial route in this respect without any fanfare, he said, adding that the crew members of the seized Greek ships were in good health and were in telephone contact with their families. Man 37 years old, armed with a shotgun, appeared in shock state at the unknown soldier memorial and threatened to open fire late Monday night. According to bystanders, the man was screaming and swearing while he held a banner bearing the writing King Minoan Coup. Presidential guards were immediately removed from the scene, whereas the area was cordoned by police officers. The man allegedly said that he was an angel of God and had made his intention public on his social media accounts. According to police sources, the armed man faces severe psychological issues. Greece has signed a pioneer deal with Saudi Arabia on the construction of a new submarine and terrestrial cable system for data transmission that will connect Europe to Asia via Greece and Saudi Arabia, diplomatic sources said. The project, titled East Med Data Corridor, will establish Greece as a new gateway to EU for data transfer, whereas Saudi Arabia will become a regional digital hub. STC Company is the main shareholder of the project for Saudi Arabia and by TTSA on behalf of Greece. The Public Power Corporation and CETA Cyprus will also be shareholders in this project, pending final corporate approvals, the sources added. The project is expected to be completed by the end of 2025. This is all from us for now. Next news bulletin in Greek at 6 o'clock. Thank you for watching.